Um, yeah, so I want to introduce Latifa. Latifa is a Sufi teacher, and we've had her here for Wednesday night sits. Latifa?
Thanks. Thanks, Alyssa. So, hi, Kelly and Yasmin and Noranisa. Hi. I know we're expecting at least a couple more people that I know of. So maybe we'll just take a moment to chat. I can tell you a little bit about Presence Collective. I'm really happy that we're all here together. This is our kind of last minute kickoff of an online, we're going to do it twice a week, Mondays and either Thursdays and Fridays. We haven't figured that out yet. For folks who want to, really come into community and practice. So the Presence Collective is a kind of a recent vision, and it's a growing community of practitioners and teachers who are dedicated to transformation, social justice, and collective liberation. There are people from all over the country. I'd really encourage you to check out the website, caverlymorgan.org, and look up under Presence Collective. We're really working on, we value teachers that... People knew that there was nothing like music in reaching out to folks at distance. Melissa, can you mute that? Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Mary Kay.
Hi.
Hi y'all. Is it Yael?
Hi.
Welcome. So right now, if everybody would mute their microphones, I'm just sharing a little bit about the Presence Collective and how it's a newly forming group. And there are, I think we have, Alyssa, is it 10 teachers in the collective? Yeah. And so anyway, you can find out more about the Presence Collective on caverlymorgan.org under Presence Collective. So yeah, I think that might be it. Alyssa, is there anything else that I'm not remembering in this moment?
Just that we are kind of in the baby phases of building this collective together, but we're all passionate about different teachings that point to the same thing. And we will be launching a new website soon, so look out for that.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alyssa. Yeah. So I thought what we could do is, let's start with what we call, what I like to call a lightning round. And so if you would say your name, where you're joining from, your name, your pronoun, where you're joining from, and like your current state of being in just a word or a phrase, not a story, just a word or a phrase, and one thing you're grateful for. And you don't have to remember any of that. I'm happy to remind us what the prompts are. So how about, Kelly, would you be willing to start? And one thing I can tell you, I just learned about Zoom this week, which is such a cool little thing. Rather than like going up and finding mute and unmute, when you are muted, all you have to do is press and hold down your space bar while you're talking, and it will unmute you for the time that you're holding it down. So that's just a little bit easier. So you'll have to press your space bar down or unmute.
Is that also true if the host has muted you?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Kelly. I go by she, her, and I'm from Pennsylvania, and I am currently pretty relaxed.
Great. And is there anything that comes into your heart and your mind that you might be feeling grateful for right now?
I'm grateful that we had some sun and less rain today.
Great. Thank you. Yasmin, hi.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Yasmin. I'm here in Pennsylvania too. I'm a she, her, and my current state is surprisingly balanced. And something I'm grateful for is I live in a house with 2 other people.
Mm. Yeah, great, thank you. Noranisa, would you be willing to go next? So Noranisa, either you'll have to hold your space bar down while you're, the whole time you're talking.
Okay,
We
I'm
gotcha.
doing it.
We can hear you now.
Okay. I'm Nuranisa from South Carolina, and I'm in pretty good shape right now, but I live by myself. But I'm grateful for all the neat music that Facebook just started sending me, and I'm just going crazy on the music. And it really takes the edges off things.
Wonderful. Noranisa, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for sharing. And Mary Kay, hi. So if you hold your space bar down while you're talking, we'll be able to hear you. We're not hearing you yet. Are you holding your space bar down? Then maybe you'll have to unmute yourself. I think we hear you.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Mary Kay. I'm a she, her. And right now I'm feeling a little warm because it's also what I'm grateful for. I live in a house with someone else, with my partner, and yet I have my own space. I've got my own studio. So right now I'm grateful for having my own space. So.
Great. And Mary Kay is also my sister, and I'm so happy you're here.
Mhm.
Yeah. And pardon me, but I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Yael? We don't have you quite yet.
Yes.
Yeah, great. It's
Yael.
Yael.
Okay, it's Yael. Yael.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and she, her. I live near Charlottesville. I some anxiety coming and going, and fatigue. I have all these opportunities to connect online. I live alone, and just really tremendously grateful for the spring and the beautiful trees and the red buds and flowers. So that's really reassuring at a time like this. I like to be outdoors and gardening and walking. So thank you. And thank you for doing this.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy you're here, Yael. Yeah. And Kahira, hi. So did you hear the guidance? If you press your space bar down while you're talking, we'll be able to hear you the whole time. You have to hold it down the whole time. No, we don't. Maybe it's not everybody's space bar because we're not quite hearing you. Maybe, did you unmute?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we got you.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I am so happy to see you.
I'm just very happy to see you, and I feel peaceful and a lot of gratitude for people coming together like this and for seeing you and all these beautiful souls.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Glad you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah. And is it Leslie? Hi, Leslie. If you would either unmute or try out your space bar.
I'm happy to unmute.
Great.
I'm a Zoom veteran.
Oh, wonderful.
So I am Leslie, she, her. I'm feeling mostly at ease with moments of anxiety when I find myself rushing around, like if I'm busy, I won't have to feel it. I am incredibly grateful for neighbors who've just been so loving and supportive. My age, and I have a lung condition, I really am locked down, and they've done all my shopping. They've just checked on me. It's beautiful. And my family also the FaceTime with the grandkids is a source of gratitude.
Wonderful. Leslie, where are you joining
Oh,
us from?
yeah, forgot that.
That's
Santa
all right.
Cruz, California.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
I'm also grateful for the beautiful spring and the places in the neighborhood where I can safely, with social distancing, walk.
Thank you. Yeah. Kahira, did you want to say something?
I don't think I said where I'm seeing you from, and I'm in Santa Cruz, so I was happy to.
Oh.
You're from Santa Cruz.
We're kind of a nature-oriented, mindfulness-oriented community, I would say, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. Very
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Right. Leslie, I'm really happy you're here. Yeah. And Wasia, hi. You'll have to say, I don't know which name you want to be using, so you'll have to share that with us.
Hi everyone, good to be here. Wasia, she, they pronouns. From the sound of it, since I didn't hear the prompt, it sounds like we're just saying something we're grateful for. And I am grateful for this place where I live because for the first time in my life, I have access to so much land. And I'm starting to explore having a green thumb, and I was building a compost bin today. And so this lockdown has been good in that I feel like I am digging into an entire wheel and array of support systems from art, language, spiritual, nature, everything. So I'm looking forward to tonight's practice, and it's nice to be with everyone.
Glad you're here, Wasia. Thank you. Yeah. And did you say where you're joining us from?
Good old Charlottesville.
Yeah, thanks. And Savitri, I see that you've joined us and we're doing a check-in. I can't tell if you're connected by audio. It doesn't look like you're connected with audio. Alyssa, does that look correct to you? Okay. So Savitri, unfortunately, I don't have the wherewithal as to how to guide you to connect to audio. Alyssa, do you have any, does anybody? We're all kind of becoming the teacher in Zoom now. Does anybody have any Zoom tips about how Savitri might be able to be heard? No? Okay. And let's see, Alyssa.
I am Alyssa, she, her, and I am currently in Portland, Oregon, although I went to school at UC Davis, so I resonate with Santa Cruz. I visited Santa Cruz a couple times. Yeah, I think definitely a theme here is the nature. I love the Pacific Northwest, and I went on a walk the other day and just saw little buds on the little branches, and it was so beautiful. So grateful for that.
Yeah. Thank you, Alyssa. I'm glad you're here and thank you for all of your support.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm Latifa. I'm she, her. I want to talk to somebody about they, because sometimes I feel like they feels right, but I don't want to misappropriate it. So maybe sometime I can chat with somebody about that. Let's see, I'm from outside of Charlottesville, Batesville, Virginia. And my current state is curious and open. And I am so grateful for the opportunity to be out of doors, outside. And I've been spending the week in the garden and taking long hikes in the Shenandoah National Forest, and Yeah, walking with friends who we usually sit together and have a glass of wine together, and we take walks instead. So I'm really grateful to be able to be outside, because I do feel like the COVID-19 situation is causing many of us, or allowing, creating the opportunity, even though the opportunity always exists, to be more present to our natural world, internally and externally. So, so I thought what we would do is, I'll share a poem, and I thought we'd do a short chanting practice. And then I'd like to share the elemental breath practices. This is a practice that you can use anytime. I've actually done it almost every day for many, many years. And this kind of frame of the practice comes from our teacher, Neil Douglas Klotz, Sadi Neil Douglas Klotz. And then at the end, we'll have time for sharing reflections, or if there's any questions, any insights that, if you want to share any of your experience, that would be great. And then Alyssa will have a few announcements. And I see Savitri looks like she has called in. So Savitri, if you can figure out how to unmute your phone, would love to hear from you. The little phone icon has just disappeared. All right, Savitri, if anything changes and you want to be heard, just let us know. So one of my favorite poems is by Martha. I always struggle a little bit with her name, Martha Postlethwaite, I think is how you say it. And it's called Clearing. Do not try to save the whole world or do anything grandiose. Instead, create a clearing in the dense forest of your life and wait there patiently until the song that is your life falls into your own cupped hands and you recognize and greet it. Only then will you know how to give yourself to this world so worthy of rescue. Do not try to do anything. Do not try to save the whole world or do anything grandiose. Instead, create a clearing in the dense forest of your life and wait there patiently until the song that is your own life falls into your cupped hands and you recognize and greet it. Only then will you know how to give yourself to this world so worthy of rescue. So I thought we'd start off with, I think everybody here has had experience with Sufism, maybe? No, that might not be true actually, but now you're gonna get a flavor, a little bit, Yael. Yeah, maybe Leslie. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna chant a little bit of a melody. Unity is breath. So it's Allaha Ruha, Allaha Ruha. And it looks like we have another friend joining us. Hi, Barbara.
Oh, hi.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. I'm late.
We're so happy you're here. You're right on time. I have a friend who doesn't believe there is a late. I like to try to practice it, but it doesn't always sink in. So, yeah, hi.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Yeah, and so what we're starting with, everybody has their microphones muted for now. Actually, before you mute yours, will you tell us where you're joining from? Do you know what I mean by your pronouns? Like if you go by she, her, or they, them, or... Okay, you're muted now, so you'll have to unmute. And if you'll share your current state of being and one thing you're grateful for. And I'll help you remember.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
So if you'll share where you're joining us from.
Okay, I'm in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Oh, great. And your pronoun pronouns. So
She.
she, her, okay.
Hmm.
And what is your current state of being in this moment, to the best that you can feel into it?
And probably mixed.
Okay, mixed, yeah. And is there anything you're feeling grateful for right now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everything else.
Great, wow. Well, I'm really happy you're here, and it's really so nice to be in community, just looking around with all
Yeah.
these beautiful faces, and yeah. So Barbara, if you'll go ahead and mute your microphone. I invite everybody to sing, but what I have discovered is when you try to sing together on a Zoom call, it's cacophony is one way I've heard somebody describe it. It's kind of like that, which could be a fun practice. But for right now, if you want to, you can sing with your microphone muted. And what I would encourage you to do is see how you can allow, as you're breathing, see how you can allow the breath to sweep across the heart and really feel the vibration of the sounds that you're making in the heart. Hi, Tim. Welcome. Hi, Tim. Welcome. So, Tim, this will be the last person, I promise everyone, but we're gathering in, and if you would be willing to share where you're joining us from, your pronouns, your current state of being, and what you're grateful for. And you'll have to unmute yourself because you're muted right now. Do you know how to do that? Yeah, you got it.
So I'm connecting to you from Free Union, Virginia. I identify as a he, and I am grateful for everything, all of it.
Thank you. I'm really happy you're here. So we're going to be singing Alaha Ruha, Alaha Ruha. And what I'm asking, Tim, if you'll go ahead and mute your microphone if you haven't done that yet. It's just a little bit easier on a Zoom call. So we'll all be singing together, and see how you might allow yourself to become aware of the vibration as it moves across your heart. And I like to feel it in my sternum, in the chest bones. And feel free to harmonize. It might be interesting. You'll be harmonizing with your only you will hear the harmony. Allah, 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 Ruha. Allah, 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 Ruha. Unity is breath. Allah, 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 Ruha. 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 Allah, 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 whispering. Allah, so moving into stillness, finding a seat that is comfortable and allows for ease in the body and dignity. And let's begin these elemental breath practices by imagining, first we'll welcome earth. And whether you're seated or you're standing, you can imagine yourself rooted in the earth, not even like feeling yourself solidly on the earth, but imagine you are part of the earth. Kind of really maybe wriggle your way right into your seed here in the earth. And with each of these elemental breaths, we'll do a different breath, meaning sometimes it'll be in through the nose and out through the mouth or whatever. With this first breath, we'll begin breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Feeling your roots extending down and out. Feeling the loneliness welcoming you, the darkness welcoming you. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Allowing your roots to deepen and grow stronger with each breath, and imagining that you're getting everything you need, all the nutrients that you need, coming up through the earth, coming up through your roots. Your body has the intelligence. The earth is offering everything you need. And your body knows just what's needed in this moment. So on the inhalation, drawing up and receiving just the medicine, just the nourishment that you need for right now. And breathing out through the nose, anything that's not needed right now. Releasing any old stories, any tensions that you might feel in the body, allowing the in-breath to nourish you, drawing up through your roots, and allowing the out-breath to carry away what's not needed in this very moment. All of your bones and ligaments and connective tissue are made of the minerals that the earth is offering you. The earth offers you in every breath. Continuing the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Feeling the earth's steadiness. Patience. Receptivity. Whatever qualities, bring to mind qualities that earth holds for you that feel useful. Rhythmic. Allowing your body to feel heavy in your chair or on the floor, wherever you might be, in your bed, on the sofa. Really feeling the support coming from underneath you. You don't have to pretend to be light. Really take up the space that you are. And I'll feel the support of the earth as it presses back up against you. Holding you securely. Maybe bringing to mind colors that you associate with earth. Textures. Seeing how you can really feel the earth. As if you were really touching it right now. Temperature. Feeling held and supported. And asking yourself, in what ways might I need more support right now? How can I be better supported? And if you feel difficulty arising, seeing if you can give it to the earth right now. She can hold this. Seeing if there's anything else you might, any quality or power from the earth that you might draw upon to bring you into greater balance and ease. Feel more fully supported. Maybe considering ways that you can reach out to people in your life for additional support at this time. And honoring all of creation by becoming aware and remembering the bones of our ancestors that we walk upon when our feet touch the earth. And before we move on from earth, let's extend our gratitude, reaching out toward earth and thanking her for her gifts and her support. Feeling all the way back to the source of earth in gratitude, all the way back, or all the way forward. Sometimes we frame the past as out ahead of us, like a caravan ahead of us, drawing us forward into the footsteps of our ancestors who have gone before. And we reach back behind us, our hand out to those coming after. So reaching toward the very beginning, the source of all, in gratitude, and imagining earth extending itself back, receiving our gratitude. Now moving on to water. And we're going to inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Sometimes I think of like a fountain. That's kind of how I think. And as we're breathing in through the nose, imagine the water is coming up from the depths and coming up through you and bubbling up and washing out over you as you exhale through your mouth. It's showering all over you. So drawing it up through your body. And even if we're just pretending, even if it feels a little weird and strange, just let's pretend for these next few moments together that water is moving up right through you and washing down over you, restoring. Water is, so breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Sometimes people like to use their arms like it were water coming up through. You don't have to do that. Coming up through you. And imagining, remembering the qualities of water. Fluidity and yielding and cleansing. Yielding when it's not yielding when it's ice. Bringing to mind and to heart any qualities that feel useful to you in this moment to remember with our beloved water. Life-giving. Water allows us to be flexible and move the way we do with ease. Seeing if there's any areas of tension or tightness or holding right now and that you feel, that you've discovered, maybe your shoulders, or many of us gird in the belly and the solar plexus area. Bringing this breath to the places that might feel tight, allowing the inhalation through the nose to soften the area, and allowing the tightness, the tension, any contraction to ride out on the exhalation through the mouth. Imagining colors that come to mind with water for you, temperature, texture, taste, sound. And inviting the inquiry, how can I allow there to be less holding on, less tightness right now for me, just even if it's for these next few moments. How can I bring myself into greater balance using water as my teacher, as my guide? And extending our gratitude toward water, reaching out toward this magic liquid that allows us to all be alive. And imagining water reaching up and receiving the love that we're extending all the way back to source. Now we welcome fire, and fire is a fiery breath. So we inhale through the mouth and exhale through the nose. And I like to do it like this. I won't be able to do it as I'm talking through it, but this is typically how I do it. Like a sharp, quick inhalation. Modify it, and also be careful, don't get too lightheaded, but modify it to what works for you. We want to ignite the fire, the passion. Becoming aware of fire, we want to awaken the heart and the lungs. Feeling and allowing the solar plexus to loosen and soften with the inhalation. And allowing the exhalation to invigorate the heart, to wake up the heart like a spark, like you're striking a match. Remembering that as we inhale, again, everything that your cells need, the breath, the lungs and the heart carry the oxygen that every cell needs with every inhalation. And on the exhalation, the heart and lungs work in beautiful concert to release the CO2, which is just, it's not needed in this moment. So the nourishment on the inhalation, releasing what's not needed on the exhalation. Creativity, passion, excitement, bringing to mind qualities that feel useful to you. Maybe you might want to ask, how can I come into greater balance by bringing some fire into my life? Waking up my heart. How am I moving toward my purpose? Following my heart. What gets me going? What gets my blood pumping? What gets me moving and excited? Maybe it's reaching out to a neighbor, or singing a song, or putting your hands in the earth, or going for a walk, whatever it might be, painting a painting. Imagine the energy and the colors and the texture and the heat of fire. And we want to use fire in this practice to clarify, to burn away the dross and just let what's true nature left. Not to destroy, but to clarify. And now noticing maybe your heart is beating a little faster than it was before we started the fire practice. Noticing your breath and your heartbeat. I think most of us are rolling into springtime and towards summer, so the heat that we feel outside, we can use this heat to light us up for our purpose. And let's extend our gratitude now towards fire, thanking the power and the clarity that fire has to offer. And imagine fire reaching back, receiving our love and our gratitude. And now we'll move to air, and this is a very refined breath, so refined that you may not even hear it moving in and out of the mouth. So you might want to purse your lips a little bit. Moving in and out of the mouth. And imagining your skin as though it were fabric. And with each inhalation, the warp and the weave of the fabric expand just a little bit. So there's a little space, kind of like a screen. And so your skin becomes more like a veil, porous, more like, so this air can move in and out through your skin. You're breathing in through your skin and out through your skin with this very refined breath. So the distinction between inner and outer becomes less and less obvious and more of the same. So we're air inside and outside. And inviting the inquiry, how can I bring more air, more airiness, more lightness, especially in this time when our nervous systems are just inundated with bad news? How can I bring some lightness into my life so I can be in greater balance? Maybe it's some online yoga classes or online practices like this, or FaceTiming with grandchildren. How can I just keep fluffing up my aura that, you know, our psyche can get so compressed with all of this news, bringing ourselves into greater balance. And let's reach our gratitude toward air and the spaciousness that allows us to remember love and connection and healing, friendship. And feel air reaching back toward us in gratitude, receiving our love and appreciation. And now we'll just do a few final breaths together, combining all four elements, earth, water, fire, and air. And there's no particular pattern, and it doesn't have to be in or out of the nose, just what feels kind of holistic to you and inclusive of all of the elements. This is the ether breath. Really becoming aware of the impact of your practice. We'll take a few more breaths together, feeling the connection, feeling that you are not going out in nature. You are nature. Earth, fire, water, air, all exist within you. We are manifestations. And we're all connected through vibration and breath. And we're all manifestations of the elements and all of nature. And let's breathe toward the one. Breathe in toward the one and breathe out toward the one. Just on the breath, thinking it as you breathe in, feeling it in your heart, moving toward the one, unity, connection, breathing out toward the one. Feeling our connectedness within this group here, feeling our connectedness with all those who have gone before us, the wisdom teachers, our ancestors, our friends, prophets, prophetesses, all the way back to the source. And our connection with everyone coming behind us in this caravan. Our children, the young people, babies being born. And we'll end with saying these words, Amen, 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 Amen. May this be the ground from which all of our future action grows. Thank you. So we just have a few moments. If anybody has anything you'd like to share, any insights, any experience, any questions, comments. And remember, you'll have to unmute. You can just raise your hand or you can just say something. Alyssa, do you want to share what you have to? And then I'll take us out on a little song. How about that?
Just have a few logistical announcements. So if you are not on the Presence Collective newsletter and you'd like to subscribe, feel free to put your email in the chat box or chat me directly your email address and I can add you to our mailing list. This group is always donation based, no one turned away for lack of funds. half of the proceeds will be going to the teacher, so Latifa today, thank you. And then the other half will be going to building out Presence Collective. I will leave it in the chat box right here.
Does everybody know how to see the chat box? If anybody doesn't know how to see the chat box, maybe that's the question. Am I seeing a hand? Alyssa, can you tell people how to get to the chat box?
There is a bar at the bottom of your screen that has different, it should have a chat button, and it should have lit up as I entered in the chat.
Great.
Yeah, and then in the comment section, just put Latifa so that we know it goes to today. And
yeah, I see. Thank you, Barbara. If anybody would like to be added to the Presence Collective email list, you can go ahead and type your name and your email address in the chat.
Yeah. So let's see.
Alyssa, can I ask a question? This is Kelly and Yasmin. So do you have like a list of who's going to be teaching so we know what we're in, what to look forward to?
Well, as we build this out, this is very new. Like Latifa is
like on Friday we decided this.
So as we build it out, we're going to be announcing it ahead of time, and we'll find out a way to do that. But for now, it's like we're like ramping up.
I would like to say that if you do go to the caverlymorgan.org or .com, is it .org? There is a Presence Collective page, and it has the list of teachers there. So that would be a way for you to know who at some point will be coming up. We just don't have the schedule figured out yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So upcoming events, Latifa is going to be leading a retreat with a few other collective teachers. It will happen whether in person or online, but registration is up and running, and it's on the website. That's going to be July 25th to 31st. And if you are interested in more collective Sangha online, we have Wednesday night sits, usually with Caverly Morgan, Latifa's friend. And also Caverly will be leading meditations 8 a.m. PST and 11 a.m. EST through Sangha.live. Any questions? Okay.
Great, thank you. So I propose that we all unmute for a rousing round or two of May All Beings Be Well. Well, maybe we'll sing it 3 times for folks who don't know it, but if everybody could unmute, it will be hopefully a delightful cacophony or not. We'll find out, right? May all beings be well. May all beings happy. Peace, peace, peace. Let's try it again. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. Peace, peace, peace. One more time and sing it out so the earth can hear you. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy.
Thank you.
Thank you all, beloveds.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Good to
Bye-bye.
see you all.
Bye-bye. I hate to hang up.